morning, YouTube. Hi, YouTube friends. I am back on the treadmill today because Jules is out doing his exercise again, and it's Wednesday, so it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. So just praying that he does well, and he had a little hip pain, so that should be better today. Anyway, just a little soreness on the bicycle. So what we're doing today, what I'm going to do today is let me get my machine going here. Sorry for the beeps. Okay. It's like getting on an escalator, that first step, and off, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about some of the benefits of this way of eating, the carnivore diet, the zero carb diet. It's a pretty restrictive diet as far as how many different types of foods you can eat, but it's so satiating and satisfying, and it just makes you not really crave any of those other things once you get into it. Now, in the beginning, you're like excited. I get to eat this meat. I have permission to eat this meat. But then, there's bread, there's pasta, there's other veggies, there's all these things. So, but I have never missed any of those things since I've been doing this. Like I said, there are just so many benefits to doing this that I find it hard to believe that it is a negative or it's bad for you. As far as like it's good for your bones and your muscles and your joints and your GI tract, and people are just eliminating autoimmune diseases from using this, and you have to be dedicated to it. But they're just diabetes gone, autoimmune disease gone, psoriasis gone, gout, of course, that's an easy one. But people suffer with it every day, and people suffer with these things their whole lives, but they don't have to just by eating a low carb or no carb diet. So if you have some of those things going on, you might want to take a look at this, not because just the weight loss, that's a positive side effect, but because you want to get strong, you want to be healthy, you don't want to be in the dying mode, you want to be in the living mode. And I personally have gotten into the living mode by doing this. So I'm just really excited. I'm really excited about doing it. I think a most interesting thing is Jules had a hand trimmers. His hands would shake. But they don't. They stopped. He is as steady as a rock. His balance, when he gets dressed in the morning, his balance, putting on pants and things, it's amazing. It's amazing. And as you age, as we all are aging, these things become very important because you don't want to fall. You don't want to bump your head. You don't want to, God forbid, fall off the ladder. So it's very important to be able to keep your balance as long as you can in life. And we're seeing just great benefits for him and what he's doing. I have done a really, really phenomenal job at, not me, but my body has healed my sinus conditions. It actually, I had, I thought were terrible allergies to the environment, to the plants, to trees, whatever, grass, weed, dogs, whatever. I thought it was, everything was a problem because every day I had to take Zyrtec D to keep my sinuses open and, just functioning well. But then I went on this carnivore diet, and I noticed one day it had been a week since I took Zyrtec. I didn't have the sinus issues. I didn't have the headaches. I didn't have the, just everything that goes along with what we think are seasonal allergies. I didn't have it anymore. So that was great. And let me tell you what I did yesterday. I had some Gouda cheese, because, Gouda cheese is one of the cheeses that's very good for you. It has vitamin K too. So we have some in the house because Jules likes the vitamin K2 aspect of it, and the cheese is really good. It's great. But so today I have a sinus going on, and I know exactly where it came from because I only deviated that one thing in my diet. Everything else was beef, eggs, butter. So now I know that's off the list. And you say, oh, well, it just stuffs me up a little bit, so I'll eat it. But that's not all it's doing, because my weight went up a couple of ounces overnight, and it didn't make me fatter. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it caused inflammation. And that inflammation that it caused is not only in my sinuses, but it's all over my body now. So now my body has to get rid of all of that inflammation. The histamine effect, probably kicked in. When you have inflammation, your body retains fluids, and got to get rid of it again. So now I know that's, cheeses just aren't for me. I did give up heavy cream in my coffee because I thought that was a safe one too. But what I found out, that it wasn't for me. I was still having, like stomach indigestion when I would have heavy cream in my coffee, and not milk, because I know that has sugars and lactose. It has all the things that I don't want. But I thought I was safe with the heavy cream, as organic heavy cream. So I had to give that up too because I had symptoms, and that was a little bit hard because now I'm down to just black coffee, and my heart rate was not good. So now I'm down to black decaf coffee, and what I'm finding out is I really shouldn't be drinking any coffee because it does upset my stomach. So anyway, I'm working on that. I'm drinking much smaller cups of coffee, and if I don't make an extra pot now and then. So when Jules wants his decaf coffee, my cup is I call it Perry Mason size, because Perry Mason, we watched that at night, and that was filmed I think in 1957, or started then. It went for 9 years, but we're on series 1, or not series 1, but season 1, and their portions of everything were so much smaller. His secretary was holding a cup of coffee, a paper cup of coffee. So I assumed that was her coffee, but what that was coffee for several people that she put in much smaller cups. So I'm realizing we are supersized, everything we eat is just an outrageous size nowadays. But you know what? If you're out and you're paying for it, you want the biggest you can get, right? So, but we don't stop at a quarter of the cup when we're out. We drink the whole thing. And so, especially if it's sugar, you don't want to do that. But anyway, so this is what's going on with me today. I'm still researching, still learning, still finding out so many things. I found out that I need to kind of keep the fat higher than I expected. So with a piece of steak that has the fat on, and the marbled meat, and I don't get lean cuts at all. Don't want that. I don't even like it. It doesn't taste good to me. So then we had butter. So I was watching a dietitian this morning talk about, she had patients for years and they never got better. Diabetic patients never got better following, well, that was the Australian standard diet. We have the American standard diet. But they didn't get better. And so she found out about keto, and she took them down the path of keto, and they started getting better. They started coming off their medications. So if you do start this, know that your blood sugar or your insulin requirements will be much lower. So make sure you test your blood sugar to know how much insulin to give yourself, because if you're going by your old pattern, you're going to overdo it. So make sure you do that. So we're just getting started, and we're finding out that this is just better. It's just a better way. I did make chicken, and I haven't eaten chicken since we started. So I made some chicken on the grill, and I made some chicken in a hot air fryer, and just different types. And they were boneless, skinless chicken thighs, because that's the way they come from Costco, or the organic version, not grass-fed. What I found out, if it's not grass-fed and it's, corn-fed, they turn, the corn causes the fat to be omega-6 instead of omega-3. And an omega-6 oil is really bad for you. It's like eating Crisco or something like that. And if you've never looked into that, you need to check out vegetable oils. Just do a YouTube search for vegetable oils, or the effects of vegetable oils on your body, because they're finding out that's your cause of heart disease and dementia, different things, joint pain. There is your culprit: sugar and vegetable oils. And if you buy anything on your grocery shelves, that's pretty much the big ingredients. So pay attention to that, because that is really, really a big problem, and especially with children. They give them chicken nuggets, and chicken nuggets now have a converted omega-3 fat to an omega-6. So it is in the meat itself that gets ground up and formed into a chicken nugget. Then it gets all the additives. It may or may not have sugars and preservatives and everything else, and then it has a breading on it. So there's your wheat, and there's, that's another major problem. And then it's cooked in seed oil. So you are poisoning your children when you give them chicken nuggets. It's up to you, I guess. It's up to you. But I just want to share, what we've learned. And it hasn't taken long to find these things out. And anyway, I'll leave you with this. Look up Ancel Keys and see what you find out about him, how he shaped the way our country started eating, and the fear of regular food, the fear of regular fats, caused, heart attacks, diabetes, stroke, had a marked uprising in our country and in the world too, because it's everywhere. Not in some countries though. If they don't eat an American diet, they're usually healthier, but they have their own version. So anyway, look up Ancel Keys, see what you find out, and see if you agree with what he said, because yeah, he made America sick. And him and George McGovern. So check out those two. Thanks for watching. I have another 15 minutes to go on this thing, but thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. I hope that you are finding yourself in good health, and thank you so much for watching Erica and her mom. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. and we'll just have a great day. Bless you. Bye.